everyone, welcome back to my channel The Learnish. Today in this video we will learn about periodic classification of elements, which is of class 10 science. So these are the different topics which we will cover in this video, which are the basic introduction, Dobryna's triad, Newland's law of octaves, Mendeleev's periodic table, modern periodic table, trends in modern periodic table, and among the trends we will look into the valency, atomic size, metallic and non-metallic character, and electronegativity. So before starting the video, I would request you to please like, share and subscribe and press the bell icon so that you get notified each time I upload a new video. So without any delay, let's start. See, matter around us is present in form of elements, compounds and mixture. So the matter in earth is present in these three forms. Now the elements, basically here we are talking about classification of elements because compounds and mixtures are formed from the elements. Okay, so elements, what are they? They are the substances which have atoms of only one kind, like sodium, calcium, magnesium, etc. So these elements, they all have same type of atoms. Atoms of a particular element will have particular atoms of the same element. There are total 118 elements known so far, and they all have different properties. To make the study of these elements easy, these elements have been divided in few groups such that elements in same group have similar properties. Now, see, there are 118 elements. So how can we study those 118 elements? What are the different properties? Because all these elements will have different properties. But there must be some elements which are similar to each other. Okay, so this periodic classification, okay, the classification of element is done so that we can study elements and we can group them according to the similarity in their properties. Now first attempt to classify the then known different element was done by Dobryna. So this classification was done by the Dobryna on the basis of atomic mass. So Dobryna classified different elements and he arranged them in order of increasing atomic masses. Groups of three elements having similar properties were obtained. So when he classified different elements, so he classified total 9 elements and he got 3 groups. In first group there was lithium, sodium, potassium. Second group was having calcium, strontium, barium, and third group was having chlorine, bromine and iodine. So these were the 3 groups. Now the atomic mass of the middle element of the triad being nearly equal to the average of the atomic masses of other 2 elements. Now here you can see that lithium is having atomic mass 6.9 or roughly we can say 7. Potassium is having 39. If we find the average of 6.9 and 39, like here it is shown, the average comes nearly 22.95, which is, if we round off 22.95, it is 23. So the middle element was having the atomic mass roughly the average of the first and the third element. Okay. Now there were the examples, like this example I have already explained to you. What was the limitation of the Dobryna's triad? Only 3 triads, only 3 groups were recognized from the element known that time, because at that time not much elements were discovered. ओके ज़्यादा एलिमेंट डिस्कवर नहीं हुए थे, इसीलिए उस समय जितने भी एलिमेंट्स थे उसको डोब्रेना ने क्लासिफाई किया तो सिर्फ 3 ग्रुप्स ही हमें मिले. फर्स्ट ग्रुप में आता है लिथियम, सोडियम, पोटाशियम. सेकेंड ग्रुप हैज़ कैल्शियम, स्ट्रॉन्शियम, बेरियम एंड थर्ड ग्रुप हैज़ क्लोरीन, ब्रोमीन एंड आयोडीन. After Dobryna, Newland classified the elements, he gave his periodic classification, and that classification is called Newland's law of octaves. Now, why it is called law of octave, that we will see in the further video. Newland arranged the then known element in increasing atomic mass and found that the properties of every eighth element is similar to that of every first element. So, what you get to know, that when he arranged all the element in increasing atomic mass, okay, with the similar in properties, the properties of every eighth element was matching with the first element. Okay, he compared this octave found in music, called it as law of octaves. Like in music, we have sa, re, ga, ma, pa, dha, ni, sa. Okay, the first word is also sa, the eighth word is also sa, and similarly that elemental properties were also getting similar after every eighth element. Example, properties of the lithium and sodium are found to be same. Now, this is the Newland's law of octaves as the elements which were arranged by the Newland. Here you can see, like, there is a total 7 groups: sa, re, ga, ma, pa, dha, ni, sa. Okay, here hydrogen, fluorine, chlorine, cobalt, nickel and bromine, they are arranged in one group. Lithium, sodium, potassium, copper, rubidium, they are arranged in one group. So Newland found that sodium and lithium are having same property. Magnesium and beryllium are having same property. So this was observed by the Newland. Now, Newland's classification also has some limitations. What were they? Law of octaves was applicable only up to calcium, that is only for the lighter element. Here calcium is, we can find it here, yes, this is calcium, and law of octaves was applicable only till calcium. Further elements were not following law of octaves. Newland adjusted two elements in the same slot, example cobalt and nickel having different properties. For example, cobalt and nickel with fluorine, chlorine, bromine and iodine. Like here you can see cobalt and nickel are arranged in the same slot. Okay, they are both the element cobalt and nickel, they both are present in the same place. It should not be done. Okay, similarly here also cesium and lanthanum is present in the same slot. Okay, now the cobalt and nickel, they both are having very different properties than hydrogen, fluorine, chlorine and bromine. So here are the limitations. Now Newland adjusted two elements. This is done. Okay, according to Newland, only 56 elements existed in nature and no more elements would be discovered in future. Now Newland did the biggest mistake over here. He proposed that only 56 elements are present and in future also no more elements will be discovered. So he gave a type of rigid periodic table. Okay, his periodic table was not flexible. अगर फ्यूचर में अगर कोई एलिमेंट डिस्कवर भी होता है तो भी वो उसमें फिट ना बैठ पाए, इस तरह से उन्होंने बना दिया था उसको. After the Newland, Mendeleev gave his proposal of periodic table, and then what happened? What was the basis of Mendeleev's periodic table? Mendeleev's periodic table is based on the physical and chemical properties of elements and their atomic masses. Now, इससे पहले Dobrynin's triad and Newland's law of octave, they both were having only basis atomic masses. They were the elements were arranged on the basis of atomic masses, but here in Mendeleev's periodic table, chemical properties and physical properties of the elements were taken care of. Okay, so the chemical and physical properties as well as the atomic mass was taken in consideration for arranging the elements. Mendeleev's periodic law. Now, according to this, the physical and chemical properties of the element are the periodic function of their atomic masses. Now, what does this mean? the element are having physical and chemical properties. Okay, and those physical and chemical properties are getting repeated again and again. So those elements having similar properties are arranged in the same group, and they are the periodic function of their atomic masses. Now this is the periodic table which was given by Mendeleev. Here you can see there are 8 groups, 1 to 8 groups, and it is having 6 periods. It is having 6 periods and 8 groups. Here you can see R, O, R, H. Now because Mendeleev gave preference to the chemical and physical properties, so here the oxides and hydrides of the elements were taken consideration. Different oxides and hydrides of the elements were taken, and according to what kind of oxides and what kind of hydrides they form, they were arranged. The elements were arranged according to that. Now there were merits of Mendeleev's periodic table. He left vacant spaces in his table which provided an idea for the discovery of new elements. So he left vacant spaces. Mendeleev's periodic table was not rigid. He left spaces. He was of thought that in future also many new elements would be discovered. Okay, it can be discovered. So he left spaces, and when those new elements were discovered, they were easily placed into that space, placed into that slot. Okay, now like and he also gave the name Eka boron, Eka aluminum, and Eka silicon, and later also those elements were discovered like germanium. Okay, so they were placed. Mendeleev's periodic table was predicted properties of several undiscovered elements on the basis of their position in Mendeleev's periodic table. So Mendeleev's periodic table was predicted properties of several undiscovered elements. Now many undiscovered elements were also there. Okay, he was of thought that many elements would be discovered, so he left the space and position was left vacant. It is useful in correcting the doubtful atomic masses of some element. Now there were some elements which were arranged according to atomic masses, but because the chemical and physical properties were also taken care, so some arrangement was also done where the basically where the elements were given preference of the oxides and hydrides. Now noble gases could accommodate in the Mendeleev's periodic table without disturbing the periodic table after discovery. Now when the Mendeleev's periodic table was formed, noble gases was not discovered. See, you cannot find any space for noble gas. So when later on, when the noble gas were discovered, they were easily fitted into this table. Moving further, we are here to the modern periodic table. Now the modern periodic table was a modification of the Mendeleev periodic table. Okay. In 1913, Henry Moseley showed that the atomic number of an element is further more fundamental property than its atomic masses. So here, this modern periodic table was the first periodic table which was arranged on the basis of atomic number. Who proposed it? Henry Moseley in 1913. Modern periodic law. The physical and chemical properties of element are the periodic function of their atomic number. Okay, here in Mendeleev periodic law, the physical and chemical properties of element are the periodic function of atomic masses, and in modern it is atomic number. This is the only difference. All the anomalies of the Mendeleev classification disappear. Whatever the demerits the Mendeleev periodic classification was having, they all were disappeared. Why? Because this classification, this modern periodic table was having the basis atomic number. So this is the modern periodic table. It is also given in NCERT. Here it has 7 periods and total 18 groups. Okay, so 7 periods and 18 groups are there. Now, explanation of anomalies by modern periodic table. Now, there were many anomalies which were in the Mendeleev periodic table and which were corrected when modern periodic table was formed. Explanation for the position of isotopes. Now, the modern periodic table was having explanation about the isotopes. Isotopes are the atoms having same atomic number but different atomic masses. So, there were elements because earlier elements were classified on the basis of atomic mass. So, they should have a space for they should have space for isotopes also, but they was not having any space. So, now here in modern periodic table, because they were arranged on the basis of atomic number, isotopes also got the position because all the isotopes of a particular element have the same atomic number. Cobalt with atomic number 27 came first and nickel with atomic number 28 came later. Unlike atomic masses, atomic number is always a whole number, so there is no element between hydrogen and helium. Okay, so in place of between hydrogen and helium, there are no elements. So now modern periodic table is based on atomic number of elements, which we have already discussed. What is atomic number? Atomic number is the total number of protons present in an atom. Okay. It is denoted by the letter Z. Now, modern periodic table has 18 vertical columns known as groups and 7 horizontal rows known as periods. As here I showed you, this is period. Okay, these are the period, and these are not like this. Periods are like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, there are 7 periods. Horizontal rows, they are the periods, and groups are the 18 groups: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and so on, like 18 till 18. Elements with same number of valence electrons are placed on same group, like lithium, sodium, potassium. They all are having valence electron 1 in the outermost shell, so they are placed in the same group, like here it is lithium, sodium, potassium. Now, number of shells increases as we go down the group. Okay, shell is the outermost orbit, we can say outermost orbit of the atom in which the electron revolves. Number of shell remains same as we go across the period. Across the period means here. Okay, as we go down, the number of shell keeps on increasing, and across the period it remains same. Each period marks new electronic shell getting filled. To find out the number of electrons in a shell, 2n square formula can be used. Here 2n2 is written, but it is 2n square. So in 2n square formula, K shell n is equal to 1. If K shell the K shell is given the number 1. So in 2n square, in place of n, if we put 1, then what happens? After calculation, 2 comes. So there are 2 electrons present in K shell. L shell is given the number 2. So in place of n, we put 2, the 2n square. In calculating, it comes 8. So 8 electrons are present in L shell. Now, trends in modern periodic table are basically 4 points which we will talk about. First is valency, then is atomic size, third is metallic and non-metallic characters, and fourth is electronegativity. So let's talk in detail about them. Valency. So what is valency? Valency is the total number of valence electron present in the outermost shell of its atom. Okay, so the total number of electron present in the outermost shell of an atom are called valence electrons. Okay. Now, in period, on moving from left to right in a period, the valency first increases from 1 to 4 and then decreases to 0. So moving across a period, Okay, when we move, wait a second, when we move across a period in this direction, the valency first increases from 1 to 4 and then it decreases to 0. In group, on moving from top to bottom, the valency remains the same because the number of valence electrons are also same. Now the atomic size. The atomic size refers to the atomic radius. It is the distance between the center of the nucleus and the outermost shell. So the distance between the center of the nucleus, like for example, this is the atom and this is the nucleus. Small is the nucleus. So the distance between the atom and the outermost shell is the radius, and that will be the atomic size. Okay, so the radius of the atom is referred to as the atomic size. In period, on moving from left to right in a period, atomic size decreases. Why? Because nuclear charge increases. Nuclear charge increases, but the electrons are added into the same shell. So as a result, because that outermost shell is being contracted, it is being pulled inward. That's why the size decreases. Example, size of second period of element. Example, size of second period element, like lithium is the smallest, beryllium is slightly having larger size, and this is the decreasing order of the element based on the atomic size. In groups, atomic size increases down the group. Okay, why increases? Because as we move down of the periodic table, the number of shell increases. Okay, the new shell is being added. The new shell is being added in spite of the increase in the nuclear charge. So because the new shell is being added, the radius is increased, so automatically the atomic size will increase. Okay, now comes the metallic character. Metallic character is the tendency of an atom to lose electron. In period, along the period from left to right, metallic character decreases. Why? Because the tendency to lose electron decreases due to the increase in nuclear charge. As here we just now we discussed, moving across a period, instead of adding a shell, the shell is not being added. Instead, the nuclear charge is increased. So nuclear charge will increase, the shell will be pulled inwards. Okay, when the shell will be pulled inwards, so the tendency of that atom to lose electron will decrease. So here is the decreasing order of the metallic character. Now in group, metallic character, when moving from top to bottom, increases because the atomic size and tendency to lose electrons increases. Now if the tendency to lose electron increases, then the metallic character will also increase. Non-metallic character, it is the tendency of an atom to gain electron. It is opposite of the metallic character. Tendency of an atom to gain electrons. In period, along the period from left to right, non-metallic character increases. Why? Because the tendency to gain electron increases because of the increase in nuclear charge. This is the trend of the second periodic element. These are the elements which are arranged on the increasing order of the non-metallic character. In groups, from moving top to bottom, non-metallic character decreases because atomic size increases. Okay, so as a result, because the atomic size increases, the tendency to gain electron decreases. Okay, now comes the last character, electronegativity. It is the tendency of an element to attract the shared pair of electron toward it as a covalently bonded molecule. So what is electronegativity? Tendency to attract the shared pair of electron towards it. It increases with increase of nuclear charge or decrease in atomic size. If nuclear charge increases, then electronegativity also increases. Now this is the trend, and the elements are arranged along the period electronegativity increases. Okay, as we move across the period, the electronegativity increases, and as we move down the group, electronegativity decreases. Now this was all about this periodic classification of element. Do like, share and subscribe. Stay tuned and keep learning, keep growing. Okay, bye bye. Take care.